All right, have a great stay.
Hi, I'm here for the triplets convention.
Mr.
Miller.
Yes, Mr. Miller. Have your room right here, and you're all set.
Great. Could you do me a favor? My brothers will be checking in. Now, when Tom gets here, could you make sure he's in the room next to mine? Really great guy. But when my brother Tim gets here, we don't want to be anywhere near that guy. He's very rude. We do not get along.
All right, I'll see what I can do. We're kind of full, because of all the triplets, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, enjoy your stay.
Yeah, thank you. Tom Miller, my brother Ted's probably already checked in.
Yeah, you just missed him. And you guys would like your rooms to be together?
No. I don't want to be anywhere near that guy. He's a world-class jerk. He's like a rotten piece of fruit. Just throw him out. But my brother Tim, he's a great guy. Could you make sure our rooms are right next to each other?
Okay.
Yeah, he's a total peach.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you'll know him when you see him. He'll walk right in and you'll be like, this guy's a total peach.
Yeah, it'll look like you.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Make it happen. Make it happen?
I'll do my best.
Make it happen.
A lot of triplets here. I'll make it happen.
Thank you. Tim Miller, my brothers Ted and Tom have probably already checked in.
Yeah, actually, you just missed them, so...
Could you do me a favor? I would like to be next to Ted, not next to Tom.
Okay, it's just a little tough. There's a lot of triplets here and a lot of requests coming in, and I'm trying to do my best, but I'll try to make it happen, okay?
You're being very rude. Don't be rude. What is this?
It's your room key.
This is a key?
Yeah, you put that in your door and it unlocks your room.
That's a key.
Yes.
Is this what you use to get into your house?
Well, no, but...
Is this what you use to start your car then?
Well, actually, a lot of them have the push buttons now.
You're a total jerk. Yeah, you're a total jerk. Hey, I'm Terrence Trent Miller. My brothers Tom, Ted, and Tim have probably checked in. We're quadruplets.
What? Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the black sheep of the family.
Okay.
Could you do me a favor?
Oh.
Could you put us all in one room?
Look, buddy, I don't think anybody's gonna go for that.
Oh.
We're fully booked.
But
you know what? I could probably...
snap.
I could probably get you something.
All right. Where can I put my stuff? Where do I need to go?
Come back in half an hour. Come back in half an hour.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know if I can accommodate you.
All right.
Oh, watch it.
I'm good. Hey, I'm talking. Hey.
What? There's more of you?
What? No, I'm Ted. I'm the first guy. I just changed my clothes.
Oh, good. How can I help you?
Yeah, I have a problem in my room. I might have accidentally flushed a towel down the toilet. It's a pretty big mess. Probably need to get maintenance up there.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to say something else.
Well, it's not good. It's a really big mess. So that got really confusing really fast, am I right? Well, today we are continuing in a series looking at these teachings from the Bible that are a little confusing. When you first read these teachings from the Bible, they don't make much sense. It's almost like they're backwards or upside down. For example, last week we talked about how if we want to be made whole, we first have to be broken. And that just feels like it's an upside down way of doing things, but still, it's what Jesus taught. Well, today we're looking at another upside down teaching from the Bible, and it's so important for us to understand, so I want to get right into it. A follower of Jesus once wrote this to an early church. Surely you know that when you give yourselves like slaves to obey someone, then you are really slaves of that person. The person you obey is your master. Now, this is strange to us because we don't talk much about slaves and masters in our culture unless we're in history class. But in the culture this was written in, 1 out of every 4 people were slaves. So when the writer of this verse, Paul, spoke about how slaves are forced to obey their masters, his readers would have totally understood. And Paul is saying anything or anyone you obey becomes your master. You can follow sin, which brings spiritual death, or you can obey God, which makes you right with Him. And this is where things make more sense, but also get a little more confusing. Paul says, if you obey sin, then you're a slave to sin. Meaning, if you are tempted to do something you know is wrong, but you do it anyway, sin is controlling you. You are a slave to sin. which we all understand because we've all done things we know are wrong and that we don't even want to do, but we can't seem to stop ourselves. We've all had sinful habits that seem to control us, and Paul says Jesus can set you free from slavery to sin. He continues, "In the past you were slaves to sin. Sin controlled you. Thank God you fully obeyed the things that you were taught. You were made free from sin." And we all love this. We want to be free from sin and be in charge of our own lives, but look at what Paul says. You were made free from sin, and now you are slaves to goodness, or slaves of God. Paul says freedom isn't found when you get to be in charge of your own life. Freedom is only found when you choose to be a slave of something or someone else. When you choose to be a slave to God. Now, this is hard for us to understand because we might want to follow God, but the idea of being a slave to God feels restricting. It feels like we have no control. But that's the point. Paul says that when we thought we were in charge of our lives, it was really sin that was controlling us. And if we want to be free of the control of sin, if we want to stop doing things that we later are ashamed of, those things we hope no one ever finds out about, then we have to choose to obey God. And as Paul said earlier, when we choose to obey someone, then they become our master. So Paul says the only way to find freedom from slavery to sin is to become a slave to God, to obey Him. We choose to trust that God is a better master than sin, and doesn't that just seem obvious? So talk in your groups about how we can be free from slavery to sin by becoming slaves of God, and then we'll move on.